USA Jim International News Hub. Good evening, and welcome to the USA Jim International News Hub, your trusted source for today's top stories from across the United States and around the globe. I'm your host, Jim, bringing you the headlines that matter on this December 6, 2025. Let's dive right in. Top U.S. news. Starting at home. In a major break in the January 6 investigation, the FBI has arrested a Virginia man accused of planting pipe bombs near the Republican and Democratic National Committee headquarters on the eve of the Capitol riot. The suspect faces federal charges, marking a significant step after years of pursuit. Authorities say this could unlock new leads in the broader probe. Meanwhile, tensions are boiling between President Trump and Elon Musk. The two traded public threats and insults online, with Trump warning of slashed federal contracts for Tesla and SpaceX, while Musk fired back by threatening to ground NASA's Dragon spacecraft, potentially stranding astronauts on the International Space Station. This rift, sparked over Trump's $2.5 trillion budget bill, has Wall Street on edge, with Tesla shares dipping 14% before rebounding. On the economic front, mortgage rates are holding steady amid speculation of a Federal Reserve cut next week. Today's average 30-year fixed rate sits at 6.8%, but experts warn homebuyers to avoid common pitfalls like skipping pre-approvals. And good news for workers. Minimum wages will rise in 22 states and 66 cities starting next year, even as the federal floor lingers at $7.25. In other developments, the Justice Department is rolling back protections for LGBTQ inmates in federal prisons, directing inspectors to ignore standards aimed at preventing sexual violence against trans and intersex people. Critics call it a dangerous step backward. International spotlight. Turning to the world stage. Peace talks in the Ukraine conflict hit another wall as Russian President Vladimir Putin dismissed key parts of a U.S. brokered proposal during meetings in Moscow with envoys Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner. Putin called the terms unacceptable, while Ukraine accused Russia of stalling. Trump admitted the path forward remains unclear, as Putin reiterated threats of broader European conflict. In the Middle East, Israel faces growing backlash over ceasefire violations. Strikes in Gaza and Lebanon have killed dozens, with regional powers like China and Turkey urging de-escalation. Meanwhile, French dockworkers in Marseille refused to load military cargo bound for Israel, protesting the ongoing assaults. BAB3CB. And in a bold U.S. move, Secretary of State Marco Rubio sanctioned ICC judges probing alleged Israeli war crimes. AS 7873. Over in Asia, China's Xi Jinping hosted French President Emmanuel Macron for a symbolic sightseeing tour in Chengdu, charming pandas and all. But no major deals emerged, signaling Beijing's cautious outreach to Europe. Closer to home for many, Indigo's massive flight cancellations in India have sparked a global travel crisis, with airfares on routes like Delhi to Mumbai skyrocketing to over $450 one way. And a lighter note from culture. Zoran Mamdani and Louvre top the list of 2025's most mispronounced words, thanks to New York City's new mayor-elect and that infamous Paris jewel heist. A 1AF91 practice up, folks. Quick global roundup. Business buzz. Netflix's $72 billion bid for Warner Bros. Faces antitrust scrutiny, potentially reshaping Hollywood. 028A62. Sports. The 2026 FIFA World Cup draw in D.C. pits the U.S. against tough early foes. Trump even snagged an unexpected award while skipping the event. Humanitarian alert. Cyclone Ditwa ravages Sri Lanka, killing over 450. The IMF pledges recovery aid. Tech clampdown. Russia bans Snapchat and FaceTime nationwide in its war on Western apps. That's your USA Jim International News Hub for December 6, 2025. Staying connected, informed, and a little irreverent.